Hello, welcome everybody. My name is Irene Baranca and I lecture on financial accounting in the University of the Basque country. How can we bridge academic and professional world? We're presenting today a self-made learning experience lived by our students. I think our main objective in life is learning from people and from experiences. In my experience as lecturer, I sometimes find students that influence my life and from whom I can say I learn every day. Well, some years ago I met one of these students that contributed an added value to my academic life, and this was Néstor Lázaro. He carried out a final degree project with honors, and I was his tutor, and he's the promoter of the program we are presenting today.
Thank you and welcome everyone. I remember when I used to have long conversations with Irene after our accounting classes where we spoke about the worries I could feel in the students that were close to enter the professional world and realized that our life usually follows the same pattern: school, university, work and retirement. Usually we are focused on each element and on improving their quality, but not in their transition, and I considered the importance of appreciating these connections in the learning process. The first link from school to university is a transition between two safe environments, and the last one from an uncertain to a secure one. However, when university students leave the books, they also leave their comfort zone and enter a dynamic, competitive and challenging world, which requires them ideas, creativity and solutions to build the future. All of that with all the limited resources acquired in the conventional classroom are not enough for all the challenges that they are expected to face. Therefore, we decided to do something about that. Firstly, we carried out some research regarding this context where we found that university students have difficulties to integrate knowledge and a lack of vocational identity. Recent graduates find difficulties in gaining access to the professional world, whereas companies give more and more importance to the generic skills or the hidden curriculum. So, how can we overcome these obstacles? Irene, how can we bridge academic and professional world?
Well, by designing and developing SAU project, Practice Firm Applied to Universities. This new methodology goes some steps beyond in the implementation of the practice firms in universities. Under the motto, learning by doing, learning by working, this teaching tool rests on two methodological cornerstones: cooperative learning and learning based on problems and projects, both of which supply the four key elements of the project: strategic management, cross-curricular and generic skills development, international focus, and prioritizing training over results. This is not a business game. We are not competing. We are focusing on the student, now workers, as the center around which their learning is being developed, finally changing their role from passive consumers to active prosumers of knowledge. They are now thinkers, doers and problem solvers in a context totally different to the classroom. On the one hand, a SAU project provides the student the possibility to run their business from the different departments that form the company. Thus, at the end of the training period, participants will have managed all the departments and acquire a global vision. And on the other hand, it gives them the opportunity to work in an autonomous way by solving problems and contingencies that appear every day in any organization, but in a risk-controlled environment. So we can say from this experience they obtain a better knowledge of themselves in an autonomous and a group way. They understand the importance of their studies for the professional world. They discover or confirm the area they are interested to work in. They are aware of the importance of lifelong learning. Learning is not framed. And they also learn and see other international working culture by establishing relations with other countries, as well as working in other languages, which is a step beyond in their international mobility. Who is ESAU project aimed at, Nestor?
We have designed 3 settings adapted to the different needs and to the different students' profiles. The first one is oriented to graduate and postgraduate students of business and economy areas, and this is the setting we are focusing on today. The second one is the interdisciplinary practice firm, in which students of different areas can learn in a practical way how to run a company and how to develop their business ideas. And the third one is ESAU for language learners, and each aimed at foreign students of business areas interested in putting into practice their foreign language for specific purposes through running their own company, dealing with other practice firms, or reporting their business results to their foreign CEO. So, Irene, what characteristics can we highlight from this methodology?
Well, we can say it's flexible and customized as compared to the standard learning in the syllabus. From the minimum guidelines set by the teacher, the student, now worker, creates a context that can be more or less successful depending on their work. Therefore, they are their main actors. They interact and create activities and makes it bidirectional. The teacher can check the learning outcomes as they go along. He can react and reconduct the situation. It is definitely a win-win methodology. So, Nestor, how do they construct their learning in this environment?
With a business entrepreneurship mindset, they develop creativity, responsibility to themselves and to the group, and also a divergent thinking by searching for different ways to solve the problems that are continuously arising in the company, being aware that there is usually no systematic or linear process to do it, so there are no established solutions. They also lose their fear to fail, and this fear to fail is a great hindrance in our culture. We believe that this is the key that leads them to develop their creativity, and it's amazing to realize that when they finish the activity, they believe in what they do, they believe in their future, and they believe in themselves. So for all of that, we strongly believe that the ESAU project implementation enhances students' skills and builds up their professional career, strengthens the positioning of universities as engine of innovation, experimentation, and educational improvement, and finally, it supplies other business schools and university faculties with a model that can be used as a guide, extending the ESAU methodology around the world and developing an international network, a place that shall make a difference for the students, now professionals.
Well, finally, we invite you to be part of this international network and join us in this fascinating journey. Thank you very much, and feel free to contact us.
Thank you.